Have you ever wondered why some people stay strong when life falls apart while others give up at the first sign of difficulty? Success is not about having the most talent. It's not about being the smartest person in the room. And it's certainly not about avoiding failure. The people who achieve extraordinary things share one powerful characteristic. They develop mental strength. Mental strength is what helps you keep moving when nobody believes in you. It's what allows you to turn setbacks into lessons, fear into confidence, and obstacles into opportunities. The truth is, success begins long before the results appear. It begins in the mind. Today, we're going to explore how to become mentally strong and successful, not by changing your circumstances, but by changing the way you think, the way you respond to challenges, and the way you lead yourself every single day. Because when your mindset becomes stronger, your future becomes bigger. And the moment you learn to master your mind is the moment you start creating the success you've always dreamed of. Every great achievement begins with a reason. Before success becomes visible to the world, it starts as a purpose deep inside someone's mind. Many people spend years chasing goals without ever asking themselves why they want those goals in the first place. They focus on money, recognition, status, or material rewards, believing those things alone will keep them motivated. The problem is that external rewards can only inspire a person for a limited time. When challenges appear, motivation fades, obstacles seem bigger, and the desire to continue becomes weaker. This is why understanding your purpose is one of the most important foundations of mental strength and long-term success. Purpose gives direction to your actions. It acts like a compass that keeps you moving even when the path becomes difficult. Without a clear purpose, people often become distracted by every opportunity, every opinion, and every obstacle that comes their way. They start one thing, quit when it gets hard, and move to something else. As a result, they spend years being busy without making meaningful progress. A strong purpose helps you stay focused on what truly matters and prevents you from wasting energy on things that do not align with your goals. Think about the people who inspire us the most. They are not necessarily the most talented individuals. They are often the people who remain committed to a cause bigger than themselves. Their purpose gives them the strength to continue when others would stop. When a person knows exactly why they are doing something, they can endure difficulties that would otherwise feel impossible. The purpose becomes stronger than the pain, stronger than the fear, and stronger than the temporary discomfort that comes with growth. Many people believe they need to find their purpose instantly, but purpose is rarely discovered in a single moment. It develops through experiences, challenges, values, and personal growth. It comes from understanding what matters most to you and what kind of impact you want to have on your life and the lives of others. The more you learn about yourself, the clearer your purpose becomes. This is why self-awareness plays such a crucial role in success. You cannot identify your true purpose if you do not understand your values, passions, and priorities. A strong purpose also creates resilience. Life is filled with uncertainty, setbacks, and unexpected challenges. No matter how talented or hardworking you are, there will be moments when things do not go according to plan. There will be failures, disappointments, and situations that test your confidence. During those moments, purpose becomes your source of strength. Instead of focusing on temporary setbacks, you focus on the bigger mission. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You begin asking, what can this teach me? Purpose changes your perspective and helps you see obstacles as part of the journey rather than signs to quit. When people lack purpose, they often become dependent on motivation. They only work when they feel inspired. They only take action when conditions are perfect. But successful people understand that motivation is temporary. Some days you will feel energized and some days you will not. Purpose allows you to continue regardless of how you feel. It creates commitment instead of dependence on emotion. You stop acting based on mood and start acting based on mission. Purpose also influences the decisions you make every day. Every choice either moves you closer to your goals or further away from them. When your purpose is clear, decision making becomes easier because you have a standard to measure your choices against. You become more intentional with your time, energy, and attention. You stop saying yes to everything and begin focusing on opportunities that align with your vision. This clarity reduces confusion and increases productivity because your actions are connected to a meaningful objective. Another powerful aspect of purpose is that it gives meaning to sacrifice. Success always requires giving something up. It may require time, comfort, convenience, entertainment, or immediate gratification. Without purpose, those sacrifices feel painful and unfair. With purpose, they become investments. You understand that what you are giving up today is helping you build something greater tomorrow. Purpose transforms sacrifice from a burden into a choice that supports your long-term vision. Purpose also strengthens confidence. Many people think confidence comes from achievements, but true confidence often comes from clarity. When you know why you are doing something, you become less affected by criticism, doubt, and outside opinions. You no longer need constant approval from others because your actions are guided by something deeper than validation. You understand your mission, and that understanding gives you the courage to continue even when others do not believe in you. There will always be people who question your dreams. Some will doubt your abilities, while others may not understand your vision. If your motivation depends entirely on the support of others, their negativity can easily discourage you. Purpose creates an internal source of motivation that does not rely on external approval. It reminds you that your journey is not determined by what others think, but by what you choose to pursue. A person with purpose wakes up differently. They approach each day with intention. They understand that every action matters because every action contributes to something meaningful. Their work becomes more than a task. Their effort becomes more than a routine. They see a connection between today's discipline and tomorrow's results. This perspective creates consistency, and consistency is one of the most important ingredients of success. Purpose does not eliminate fear, but it gives you a reason to move forward despite fear. It does not remove obstacles, but it provides the determination needed to overcome them. It does not guarantee immediate success, but it creates the foundation for perseverance, resilience, focus, and growth. The stronger your purpose becomes, the stronger your ability to handle challenges becomes. The clearer your reason for moving forward, the harder it becomes for temporary difficulties to stop your progress. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world. It influences how you interpret challenges, respond to failure, handle pressure, and pursue success. Two people can face the exact same situation and experience completely different outcomes because of the way they think about it. One person may see an obstacle and immediately focus on limitations, while another sees the same obstacle as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow. The difference is not always talent, intelligence, or resources. Often the difference begins in the mind. Many people spend years trying to change their circumstances without realizing that lasting success starts by changing the way they think. If your mindset is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity, even the best opportunities can appear impossible. On the other hand, when you develop a strong and resilient mindset, you begin to see possibilities where others see problems. You become more willing to take action, learn from mistakes, and continue moving forward despite setbacks. One of the biggest challenges people face is the habit of limiting themselves before they even begin. They convince themselves they are not talented enough, smart enough, experienced enough, or capable enough. These beliefs become invisible barriers that prevent growth. The mind is powerful because it tends to act according to what it believes. If you constantly tell yourself that success is out of reach, your actions will reflect that belief. You may avoid risks, hesitate to pursue opportunities, or give up too quickly when things become difficult. A strong mindset begins with understanding that your current abilities do not define your future potential. Every skill can be improved through learning, practice, and persistence. The most successful people in the world were not born with every ability they needed. They developed those abilities over time. They made mistakes, faced failures, and encountered challenges, but they viewed those experiences as part of the learning process rather than proof of their limitations. The way you speak to yourself has a significant impact on your mindset. Many people would never speak to others with the same level of criticism they direct toward themselves. Every mistake becomes a reason for self-doubt. Every setback becomes evidence that they are not good enough. Over time, this negative self-talk weakens confidence and reduces motivation. Developing a strong mindset requires becoming aware of the conversations happening inside your mind. The goal is not to ignore reality or pretend challenges do not exist. The goal is to replace destructive thoughts with constructive ones that encourage growth and action. Challenges are unavoidable in life. Every person who achieves success encounters difficulties along the way. The difference lies in how those difficulties are interpreted. A weak mindset often views challenges as threats. It sees obstacles as reasons to stop and setbacks as signs of failure. A strong mindset views challenges differently. It understands that growth often occurs outside of comfort zones. Difficult situations become opportunities to build resilience, develop new skills, and gain valuable experience. Failure is one of the greatest tests of mindset. Most people fear failure because they associate it with embarrassment, disappointment, or inadequacy. As a result, they avoid taking risks and miss opportunities for growth. Successful individuals understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the process. Every mistake contains information. Every setback provides lessons. Instead of asking why they failed, they ask what they can learn. This shift in perspective transforms failure from a source of fear into a source of education. Another important aspect of mindset is personal responsibility. It is easy to blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck when things go wrong. While external factors can certainly influence outcomes, focusing entirely on what you cannot control often leads to frustration and helplessness. A strong mindset focuses on what can be controlled. It asks, what can I do differently? What action can I take? How can I improve? This approach creates a sense of empowerment because it directs attention towards solutions rather than excuses. The environment around you also affects your mindset. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the conversations you engage in all influence your thinking. If you constantly surround yourself with negativity, criticism, and discouragement, maintaining a positive mindset becomes more difficult. On the other hand, spending time around people who encourage growth, learning, and ambition can strengthen your belief in what is possible. Mindset is not developed in isolation. It is shaped by the influences you allow into your life. A strong mindset also requires patience. Many people become discouraged because they expect immediate results. They work hard for a short period and then become frustrated when success does not arrive quickly. This impatience often leads to quitting before meaningful progress occurs. A resilient mindset understands that worthwhile achievements take time. It recognizes that growth is often gradual and that consistent effort eventually produces results. Fear is another factor that shapes mindset. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of criticism, and fear of uncertainty prevent many people from pursuing their goals. The absence of fear is not what makes someone mentally strong. Mental strength comes from acting despite fear. It comes from recognizing that uncertainty is a natural part of growth. Every major opportunity involves some level of risk, and every significant achievement requires courage. Confidence is closely connected to mindset, but confidence is not something that appears overnight. It is built through action. Every time you face a challenge, instead of avoiding it, confidence grows. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, confidence increases. Every time you continue despite difficulties, confidence becomes stronger. A healthy mindset understands that confidence is earned through consistent behavior rather than waiting for the perfect feeling. The way you respond to criticism also reveals the strength of your mindset. Some people allow criticism to destroy their confidence and stop their progress. Others use feedback as a tool for improvement. A strong mindset does not automatically accept every opinion, but it remains open to learning. It understands that growth often requires reflection and adjustment. Mental strength is not about being positive all the time. It is not about pretending problems do not exist or ignoring difficult emotions. It is about maintaining perspective during challenging moments. It is about choosing productive thoughts over destructive ones. It is about believing that improvement is possible even when progress feels slow. It is about developing the habit of focusing on solutions instead of dwelling on obstacles. The thoughts you repeat every day eventually shape your beliefs, your actions, your habits, and the direction of your life. Failure is one of the most misunderstood experiences in life. Most people see it as something to avoid, something embarrassing, or something that proves they are not capable of achieving their goals. From a young age, many are taught to fear mistakes. They are rewarded for getting things right and criticized for getting things wrong. Over time, this creates the belief that failure is a sign of weakness rather than a necessary part of growth. As a result, countless people spend their lives playing it safe, avoiding risks, and staying within their comfort zones because they are afraid of failing. The truth is that every successful person has experienced failure. No matter how talented, intelligent, or determined someone may be, setbacks are unavoidable. The path to success is rarely a straight line. It is filled with obstacles, disappointments, mistakes, and unexpected challenges. What separates successful people from everyone else is not the absence of failure. It is their ability to learn from it and continue moving forward. Failure provides lessons that success often cannot teach. When everything goes according to plan, there is little reason to examine your actions closely. Success can sometimes create the illusion that every decision was perfect. Failure forces reflection. It encourages you to evaluate what worked, what did not work, and what needs to improve. It exposes weaknesses, reveals blind spots, and highlights opportunities for growth. Every setback